welcome ladies and gentlemen to the national level CBSE science exhibition.
Scientist, and I have dedicated my life to science. I need a lot of information on science, exhibits, experiments, etc.
So we can help you. You have come to the right place. Well, you are.
I am Edward Atom. I was born to be a scientist.
The whole world is one family.
That's really nice.
Not only that, the 261 exhibits will be adjudged and marked on the following parameters: originality, scientific thought, educational thought, technical skills, economic aspect, and presentation. Our esteemed jury has a mammoth task ahead to judge these wonderful exhibits.
Yes, it is tough indeed. All the very best.
Teachers, guests, it's a matter of great pleasure and honor that the national level CBSE science exhibition is being held in Salwan Public School, Rajendranagar. On behalf of the school, every one of its members, I'd be remiss to say that all of y'all are deeply welcome. We look forward to the next 3 days. The exhibition representing 264 schools, 260 plus exhibitions. Science at its very best. I think we should remember that science is the bedrock of India. Do your best and may the best win. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
I request our chief guest, Chairman CBSE, Shivaneet Joshi, Dr. Sadhna Parashar, Chairman Salwan Public School, Dr. Prasad V. Meduri, to release the much-awaited manual. We are all thankful to our esteemed guests.
It's a matter of proud privilege for me to be here on this occasion of CBSE National Science Exhibition. It's also heartening to see that more than 260 exhibits are presented here, and this number is definitely more than the last year's number, which was around 180 if I remember correctly. So credit for this goes to all of you that all of you have thought it fit to participate in such an event, as well as Dr. Indu Khetpal, who is very good at thinking innovatively. They'll find some way out in which these resources, these wisdoms of the wise scientists of the country, they can be shared with the country at large. With these words, I once again welcome all of you here to this exhibition, and I wish you all the best for these 3 days. And thank you so much.
आकांक्षा के चलते मनुष्य ने स्वयं अपना ऐसा विकल्प खोज निकाला जो उसके कार्यभार को हल्का कर दे, और उसने रोबोट बनाया। रोबोट मानव महत्वाकांक्षा की उच्च परिणति बनकर सामने आया।
For the wireless transmission of electricity on a much longer scale than what is currently being used now. Nikola Tesla envisaged such an idea at the beginning of the 20th century when he constructed the Wardenclyffe Tower in New York, where basically he could conduct electricity all over the world.
We have made a project on electromagnetic induction. We have shown some concepts. On the basis of that, we have made a model which is basically an induction furnace. It is used in industries, not in India to that extent. So it is used to melt metal.
First of all, we must know that oil is the basic need of every country. So where oil is being wasted, it's simply a very bad thing. Our project's name is Sagar Manthan, where we know Sagar is the sea and Manthan is to take out something, and we want to take out oil.
And what we are doing here, we are combining mushroom cultivation, pisciculture and jute cultivation all together. So here we suggest here, like in jute cultivation, we do a process known as retting. Instead of retting, we suggest here, instead of stem retting, we suggest here ribbon retting, which is a improved technique with the help of which less water is consumed in retting process, and moreover, the quality of jute is improved.
It is a It is a process which states that when a magnet and a copper wire comes in front of each other, it produces AC current, and that AC current has to be converted into DC current. By this help of the circuit, we are converting the AC current to DC current, and this whole circuit we have placed inside this shoe. Inside the heel. There goes the whole circuit, and this copper wire here. This is a magnet here.
Small scale mat industry. It's a small scale mat industry for rural development. So first of all, we know today development, there's lots of development in information technology, transport and communication. But what we are missing it's happening only in the urban areas.
CBSE textbook, there is a chapter about King Tutankhamun. He was an Egyptian pharaoh. What happened in that case was that his body got stuck to his coffin because the resin in his coffin, Egyptians mummify their body. So resin in their coffin got solidified and it stuck to the bottom of it, so you couldn't take it out. They tried to heat it up till 500 degrees centigrade, didn't even melt. So
this is Axonometrica, which means a detailed view of any concept or any idea. Here we have tried, nowadays we see a lot of problem in transportation. People are using more number of personal vehicles, so this creates a lot of congestion on road. So here we have a solution. This is PRT, Public Rapid Transport, or POD. This works on xenon ion engine. We have shown the use of this POD in the entire city. We have
high-tech natural disaster detection system, and I have taken a lesson from the recent Uttarakhand disaster. It was a very major landslide. Many people lost their lives in the same, so I have devised a very economical way by making use of magnets.
Automatic tunnel system, automatic gate system, and anti-collision device. The first is tunnel system. As you know, in India, there are many tunnels and light is run for 24 hours, but it's just wastage. So we have the project is there. When train will come near the tunnel, lights will be on. It will move outside, lights will be off. This way we can save electricity.
It's the world's cheapest flood rescue boat. It's made up of only 25 rupees, and we have created it by only using used plastic bottles and cement sacks.
Do you think it's effective?
It's to present our model, which is an underwater diving boat. Its primary aim is to carry instruments and other devices underwater. In future, it may substitute the work of submarine with its new working abilities and technology. In future, it can substitute the work of submarine by its new ideas and technology.
Our project is InSync, which is in synchronization with current technology and trends. It's basically a forum for young creative technical minds. These are the 4 projects, sub-projects which have been done by InSync.
And we have the first project with ERTSS. It's a traffic control measure. In case that an ambulance or the emergency vehicle maybe get trapped in a traffic block, and there are less chances of saving a person's life. So we have the system which we made is like increases the probability. When the ambulance reaches, it will have a synchronization with the signal, and it automatically the signal changes to green for that particular track, so that we can make the when the ambulance reaches to the signal, it can move out easily. It won't have any vehicles in front of that.
I have prepared the advanced model of anti-collision device, automatic level crossing gates, and anti-derailment system. Firstly, talking about anti-collision device, if 2 trains are on the same track, then there is a collision-like situation, and if brakes are required, both the trains apply brake in between a distance of 1.5 km. And this is automatic level crossing gates. The train will pass from here, and these level crossing gates will shut down, and when it passes again from these sensors, then it will get open.
Now this is a model which we have used to introduce a new type of transport system, which is on the principle of magnetic levitation. In this we have 2 magnetic tracks placed here, and in this we have a dome shaped structure and a cubicle box. This will be act as a transportation vehicle. The passengers would sit in this cubicle box, and then this would move completely like this, and it will be being independent of traffic. Even if there's a traffic jam below it, it could easily move on the top.
An intelligent traffic control system. This is based on the sensors. So we have put 4 IR sensors on 4 different roads. So if the sensors does not detect the traffic, then there will be a minimum time period of 10 seconds, after which all the lights will change.
Actually, we are introducing an innovation idea on the roads. We want to increase the security system of our country with the help of LDR circuits. All the terrorist activities which are being held in our country would be controlled easily and can be monitored easily.
This is an aircraft which is completely based on gases. No consumption of fuel is involved. It is a completely eco-friendly plane.
Well, this project is basically an alternative engine or a sideway engine which could be used with the main engine in vehicles for reducing fossil fuel consumption. Basically, we have borrowed this concept from steam engines, which utilizes the heat of the burning coal, and using this particular heat, they convert water to steam. Thus, the steam runs the turbines and all.
Created a panacea for traffic force. Panacea for traffic force in our model. In our model, we have shown this land air bus. This land air bus will help to reduce traffic on road, as it will not lead to reduction of road space at all. The cars can continue moving below this bus also. In this way, a lot of cars will be reduced on road, and this will save a lot of fuel. This will also reduce chances of traffic jams to a large extent.
It's about saving energy by reaching into a consciousness of a normal person.
So what we are doing here, we have current transformer and the PCB circuit and Arduino. So what is the problem with the electricity meter is that which we have in our home. So what it does is it gives you the whole energy consumption of the whole house, but it doesn't, and on a per month basis, okay. But it doesn't give you the each load device. Means what our device does is it can take out the energy consumption as a per load basis. Means if you connect it to a fan, it will give you the energy consumption of the fan, lights and anything. So what we are doing here, we take the readings from our Arduino, which is stored in the SD card.
We've made this for the visually impaired students, like we have smart classes in our classes, so we thought why not to give them the same experience. What happens is we give the input from the PC here, like any shape, for example a square. So what will happen, when the input is given, it goes here and the LEDs will glow forming the shape of the square. But for the visually impaired, we've added a resistance grid which will heat up in the same way the LEDs are glowing. So when they'll touch it, so they'll come to know. And we have incorporated braille in it, where
Here we have 6 LEDs which represent the corresponding braille symbol for that alphabet. For example, we have this system.
we have made a Faraday stick which is based on the Faraday law of induction. So what we are doing is, here the electrical energy has been produced, EMF has been induced, which is being used by this LED to lighten up. So old people can easily get to know if there's an obstacle. It increases their visibility basically. And here it's for blind people. There are sensors which sense the obstacle and then tell them.
It's just an educational software for a better learning of a student. Nowadays, technology is growing faster, and for that, need of education is also going at a higher level. Now, to brief it more, I have my friend Tarun.
Made two robots, Human Droid and Alpha Droid. These are the two robots. The main function of these robots is to defuse bombs. Like if you divide the whole Earth into 4 parts, 1/4 of the population of the people diffusing bombs die just because of bomb what you're diffusing.
Can they diffuse big bombs,
Yeah, they
or
can
just the
diffuse-
small ones?
They can diffuse big bombs, and this is not a prototype model. This is an actually working model.
So what we have tried to do is create a model that is cost effective so that we can use day-to-day lives and the common man can afford solar panels which are currently really expensive.
We've tried to formulate the beat of the heart using using their feeling and age. We know that age affects heart rate and also how they are feeling. So we collected values from various people and made a formula which works for everybody for the specified age and how they are feeling. So that's what we tried to.
This is a kind of a framework. The structure is composed of the triangles. Starting from the very base to the roof, we are eliminating the beams and the pillars from the construction part. I'm going to show you how my structure is going to be stable and sturdy. Now the biggest question which arises is, since we are eliminating the beams and the pillars, whether the structure is going to be stable and sturdy or not.
About mathematics in earthquake. We have shown a hypothetical city, and with the help of vibrations we are going to show how earthquake comes. So when earthquake comes, the buildings that are unsymmetrical and whose heights are not proportionate to the width, these kinds of buildings fall down, while buildings which are symmetrical, triangular based and proportionate heights, they resist earthquake. Also, soil matters a lot in case of earthquake. For example, on hard soil, L-shaped building resisted earthquake, while on soft soil, this building could not resist earthquake.
Universe, which is having a sub-theme of mathematical modeling.
So our sub-theme is comets, meteorites and minor planets, and we have named our exhibit as the Live Universe.
And this project works on the principles of Kepler's 3 laws, and we have also shown how to destroy the asteroids in order to save the Earth.
Model is about gene silencing. It is a very recent and new technique which has come up for the biochemistry. This technique involves silencing a particular gene by repressing the message molecule of that gene and not allowing it to express itself. So, a destructive gene which causes the disease in an organism can be stopped at the level of transcription or the post-transcription where it makes the message molecule, and thus by destroying the message molecule of the particular DNA, we do not allow it to express itself. So, the destructive protein will not be formed and the disease.
Actually, here we have tried to extract phenols from the commonly available plants around you, such as cassia, that is your amaltash, Dillonyx, that is gulmohar, rose, that is Rosa indica, scientific name, and tuberna, that is your chandni.
This is the balance of dimensions of health, and these are the 5 dimensions: physical, mental, social, emotional. So this model states that the health is the relative equilibrium of all these dimensions.
We have worked on an investigatory project that reveals the antioxidant activity in banana peel. The antioxidants are those chemicals which scavenge the free radicals produced in our body, which are the main causes of many diseases such as cancer, arthritis, and cell aging also. It causes a lot of cell aging and it deteriorates the cell membrane in our body. The process which we followed for its extraction is...
Yeah, we have created 2 devices, hybrid desiccant cooler and an underground AC, to correct the use of energy, as energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So we have changed this form. According to
this is basically a hybrid desiccant cooling system which provides relatively less humidity than the conventional desert coolers.
Actually, our aim is to just convince people so that they should not smoke. That is what is our aim, so that we can save other people, that is the second-hand smoke or the passive smoking, and to save our environment too.
It's HIV and AIDS. As you all know, it's a pandemic disease, and what we've done is we've explained the cause, how it mutates, how you reach the stage of AIDS, and the medication and its awareness.
We have prepared a super specialty train, and we have came because Jeevan Vidya Express. It is a mobile hospital, and it goes to all the disaster-affected areas. It goes to the disaster-affected areas and the rural areas where the medical facilities are inaccessible. So it has all the necessary wagons. The first wagon is the OPD for minor injuries. The next is the operation theatre for serious operations.
Actually, our exhibit is divided in 3 parts. In the first part, we are showing the co-relationship between global warming and ozone depletion. As we know that the whole community survives on environment, we live in environment, that's why it is very necessary for us to conserve the environment so as to protect community health from getting degraded.
This is about nanobot, which is basically for the target drug delivery of diseases at cellular level. Okay, first of all, let me tell you what is a nanobot. As you can see here, it is a nanobot. Now we are talking about things at a very small level. Nanobot, from the name it is specified, nanometers, 10 to the power minus 9 meters. So we know that you have heard about various cellular diseases like cancer and other diseases. So we are generally focusing on the treatment of those diseases at a very genetic level. Oh.
This is Sushrita, surgical system as a haptic robot using telepresence sound. This robot is specialized to perform laparoscopic surgeries. You know what a laparoscopy is?
A laparoscopic surgery is a surgery conducted in the pelvis or the abdomen of a human being. Rods are inserted into the patient's body and the operation is conducted in the presence of a camera.
The project is about extinguishing fires using sound. So what we did was we took different frequencies of sound starting from 1, 2, 3 to 10 to hundreds of thousands of hertz, and we applied it to fires. And we tested the effect of different frequencies of sound on fires. And experimentally we found that at 60 hertz, the fire extinguishment time is lowest for all sorts of fires that we've tested: alcohol fires, wax fires, normal fires.
We have actually made a maths game, and it's based on the concept of angles, triangles and bisectors and projectile, etc. To play it something like this. First of all, we spin the wheel here and throw our ball in it. Then we pick up the card of that number on which our ball lands. For example, it lands on 4. So we'll pick up the card of number 4.
Yes.
There are 3 level cards: easy, medium, hard. You can choose any one of them.
We have incorporated the concept of fundamental principle of Taunton and permutation in our model. Through fundamental principle of Taunton, there can be various ways the two trains can take to operate from station A to station B. By using permutation, we have to find a way such that there is no accident between the two trains, as well as all the stations have an equal chance of receiving the train.
Our project is basically on inclinometers, and inclinometer is basically an instrument for measurement of angle of inclination and angle of depression with respect to gravity to know the height and depth of the object of distinct objects.
Explaining about all types of symmetry. First is line symmetry, second is rotational symmetry, third one is reflection symmetry, and the fourth one is symmetry about y is equal to x.
Our model is based on the concept of trigonometry, where we can find the angle of elevation with help of this, and the base, which is the distance between the model and the object. Then by applying the formula of tan theta is equals to perpendicular upon base, we can easily find the height of any tall building structures, etc.
We have tried to develop a simple and efficient evacuation scheme for single and multi-exit halls, which will allow us to determine the time it takes to empty a hall given the number of people that I mentioned and other constants. And on further study, we found out that the motion of people through areas of definite geometry is similar to that of a liquid fluid tube. That's all.
We can find out the wing loading by a simple calculation, which is the weight by the area. The total wing loading of this particular model aircraft is 64 ounces per square feet, which means this is a pretty good carrier. And we have also made this model which demonstrates that no wings are necessary for a proper flight.
It is all about retrieving sunken treasures and minimizing the amount of work done in it by divers. Our captain has also laid us a condition that he will not move the ship back and forth because he want to save time, energy and all.
Actually just the sticks, nothing else, and this simple sticks in this plank can explain 151, actually 203. Can explain 203 theorems, postulates, axioms and geometrical concepts through theory,
Theoretically, practically, experimentally or verificationally.
Actually, our model is to, how simple mathematics can be used to eradicate the major social problem of India, that is homelessness. In India there are 78 million homeless people, and by this project, in a single building only 1800 people can be accommodated.
All about how we can use safety with mathematics. We have divided the whole model into different sections that will show. So you can see here a quake dampening technology. Here we are showing how we can eradicate floods. The bridges have been shown. The bridges can move up, like you can see this floating platform over here. And we are covering also food prices, parking spaces, the green aero technology, the coding and decoding messages, and a lot of more.
Our model is a mathematical model of solar system. The scientific principle included in this model is Kepler's 3 laws of planetary motion, Newton's laws of motion, circular motion principle for satellites, and equation of ellipse.
So the main theme is science of society and sub-theme is mathematical modeling of drinking water problem. As we know that drinking water problem is a major threat to human society due to which many diseases are being caused. We have also connected to Dr. Jitendra Kumar. He is the director of Mahavir Cancer Sansthan. He told us that many deadly diseases like abdominal cancer, skin cancer are being caused due to presence of arsenic in water.
Yeah, this is a rolling bridge. Our model is about reconstructing the rolling bridge. Rolling bridge means it is a type of curling movable bridge. It occupies less area compared to normal bridge. This can be functioned by adding buzzers on the bridge, which looks like a speed breaker, and when a vehicle moves in it, it vibrates. Thus we can produce electricity which is needed for the bridge.
We had used mathematics related to environment disease, and we had used a very simple mathematics and a very simple tool known as peak flow meter.
On complex and functional patterns of communication. So here in particular we have taken the example of honeybees and how they communicate. So we have shown the waggle dance, its processes, how it works, the distance, how the bees show the distance, and its application in the future.
So this is our model to predict satellite orbits. We have developed a 3D program that shows the orbit that a satellite will take. This robot has also been developed.
This is the mathematical modeling to predict the orbital paths of asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. Okay. This can be done by using some scientific laws like the Kepler's third law, the Bohr's law, the universal law of gravitation, and some basic mathematics involving ellipses, parabolas, and hyperbolas.
My model is based on mathematical modeling and colony optimization and its application. That is basically using ant foraging system for implementing on various applications like urban waste management, energy management, image processing, as well as traffic optimization.
I did a project on mathematical modeling regarding with solid waste management. So this is basically a bioreactor landfill which is going to process organic matter, and using that we will generate electricity. For this mathematical concept we have these equations and we can use them to calculate the cost of the landfill.
Sir, the aim of this project is to launch a multi-purpose project in the market. Sir, this can be detached. This is a seven-seater vehicle. So you can sit in this and we will show you the demonstration. This runs on the electric batteries which get charged in just 1.5 hour. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we have introduced a future invention car which can run in dual system of energy. First system is NaCl plus solar, and the second system is battery. This battery can run in night time, and then it can also be used in bad weather's climate, depend upon change.
It is a solar water heater. You must have seen solar water heaters from very early ages, but this is a very special one because here we have used waste material. Like here we have used fused tube lights, and we have used rubber tubes from the bicycle. We have painted the tube lights black from inside because black is a very good absorber of heat. And in this project we have tried to solve two problems of our country, that is waste disposal and energy generation.
Actually, when I was class 10th, I was asked about from my teacher about what's the process we can separate salt means saline water from saline water, salt and water. So that was a process distillation, and also from the environmental education I have heard about the greenhouse effect, which is used for increasing the high temperature. So by combining both the concepts, I got this idea of solar water distillation purification unit.
सेहत रखे तंदुरुस्त, फल सब्जियां ना हो खराब, हमेशा मिले इनसे हमारा स्वाद, ऐसा है हमारा उत्पाद.
Cooker. It is mostly used for boiling water or the food which is used to cook in water, and it is very less expensive. And now friend will say.
We have modified our solar cooker. We have fixed two hinges over there so that it could be folded up like this. The whole solar cooker, this could be folded in this shape.
project is all about helping the poorer section of the society. So this poorer section of the agriculture society, you see this as a solar cycle cum plow. Solar panel is attached to the cycle, and there you see is a plow. The problem we face is people say that it's a very expensive project, but you know when government makes such projects, it's provided at subsidized rate, so the actual cost is cut to 50%. So it's very viable for them.
This is basically a solar-powered hovercraft, and our idea is that we'll take the sun's energy and convert it into electrical energy, which can be stored in the form of a lithium polymer battery.
That's nice.
And that will be giving us mechanical energy. It's a basic law of conservation of energy. Right?
Ashutosh is using, you are not using?
So I am using the solar panels for all the energy required, like TV, for the appliances.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that all this is known fact. Something which is your contribution, which you have thought, your idea, your dimak, where you have started. What is something new in this?
Basically, we have taken inspiration from nature. As you know that Mother Nature is the mother of all inventions. Just like that, if you see a honeycomb maze, you see it is kind of hexagonal in shape. So that is our inspiration, that we have made a hexagonal parking lot out of this.
Here we are showing the use of mathematics in agriculture. We have chosen agriculture, as we all know it is the primary occupation of our country. Here we have accounted a crop of groundnut, and we have taken its 5 different varieties. We have replicated each variety 4 different times, and this model is a randomized block design of a research field.
Our teacher and actually the DSP traffic of our city, we visited him during the regional level science exhibition, and so he inspired us to make, because everyone around us, like it's a daily need, that traffic, like if we move in 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler, we need, so we actually focused on the problems on traffic and used some mathematical applications like arithmetic progression, geometric progression and integration to calculate the average delay time.
Trying to visualize sound, as usually we cannot see sound. Using various substances including non-Newtonian ones, we are trying to visualize sound, and these are its applications: art, security, cymotherapy, music visualization, harmonic analysis. Quite interesting.
Yeah, actually, if you could say, the basic inspiration is yet very essential but yet very simple. To be honest, since forest fires are becoming a major concern for not only a country, for our world, so we have used a replica of a national park, which is becoming a hub of forest fires nowadays. So since our sub-theme is mathematical modeling, through all the physical parameters which we have used, through that we derive the rate of spread by which the forest fire propagates.
Model where we produce electricity in our city. This is set up in our city, and this moreover producing energy, not only producing energy by burning garbage, but also we recycle the water with the help of the intake of drainage water, and convert the harmful gases evolved in this to, from CO2 to O2, and fix the nitrogen gas into the soil. So this is an eco-friendly project, and this energy is useful for more than 6 villages.
What we have done is we have done various comparative studies, as you could see over there. We have chosen plants with really high nutrition value, and we've taken their leaves and used them. But as you can see over there, moringa and spirulina, out of them have the highest nutrients. So what we've done is we've prepared their powders using these following processes, and then mixed them together in equal proportions and prepared a particular dosage, that is 25 grams for children and 50 grams for pregnant women, and we've also prepared capsules. We've created a medical web. That is, through medical web, I intend to endorse a relation between science, society and technology. What I basically intend to demonstrate, that my exhibit pertains to the demonstration of providing tertiary care, that is super specialty care. The project is about wheat grass, and we have referred it as a wonder grass because of its rich composition. It contains vitamins, minerals. It is rich in all these, and it contains hundreds of enzymes and chlorophyll and dietary fiber also. That is why it acts as anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and many to say. We can consume wheatgrass in the form of juice, powder or supplements, but it is beneficial to consume it in the form of juice because it gets absorbed and assimilated within our body within 20 minutes of consumption.
The feature of this model is that by using recombinant DNA technology, we are growing the plants which will glow during the night. we will extract the gene known as lark's gene from the firefly and then combine it with the plants so that the plants will also glow during the night as the fireflies glow.
It should be taken per day, but rather of taking 1 ppm, we are taking 8 ppm of fluoride per day, which is causing diseases like dental fluorosis, skeletal fluorosis, skin lesions, lowers IQ, and many other diseases like osteoporosis, osteopenia, etc. etc.
It's all about the community health and environment. We have divided the model into 2 societies. One is the good society and other one is the bad society. In the good society, there is school, hospital, temple and a gym where we should go regularly and keep ourselves fit and updated. On the other hand, there is a bad society where we have placed a fast food corner, bar and club, pawn shop and a jail.
Actually, here we are trying to inculcate into the students to harness more and more of renewable sources of energy and consume a lot of phytochemical-rich food. Here, our main theme is, our vision rather, is to build an ideal boarding school that will contain all the elements of nature and provide the students a very healthy and harmonious environment that used to prevail in the Vedic age.
I tell you, the main features of the model are to detect the presence of the harmful gases present inside the sewer systems of any locality and evacuate it. Not only evacuate it and let it to the atmosphere because these gases are poisonous, but also convert it into biogas which can be used as a great source of fuel for the now and for the future generations also.
Here we have shown drawbacks. This is a rural community, this one is urban. As we all know, this rural community is trapped by various health hazards like illiteracy, lack of awareness, unhygienic conditions, no qualified medical staff, no teachers. Ultimately, the mortality rates increases.
A powered air-cooled jacket which is specially designed for traffic policemen. As you know that temperature is increasing day by day in countries like India and especially in London also this year where temperatures goes up to high by 30 degrees Celsius and killed more than 50 people. So for them, the traffic policemen, especially for traffic policemen and other policemen, this jacket is very much efficient.
So basically our project is to find new innovative ways to detect urinary tract infections in women. As we know, urinary tract infection is one of the most complicated diseases and it's widespread mostly in with respect to Indian women. It's like statistics tell us that around 78% of Indian women have suffered from UTIs once in their lifetime.
Our model is homemade multi-gym. Actually, we have made this model because people don't get physical fitness at home because they have a sedentary lifestyle. So what we have made is from junk goods, we have made a multi-gym which has many exercises and as well we can produce electricity.
Our project is basically repelling insects in a natural way. We have used essential oils of different kinds to repel insects and we have used these essential oils on various things and our basic principle is to repel insects as well as mosquitoes.
Features of the model are that we are generating electricity from rice husk and also we're extracting silica from the rice husk ash after you burn the rice husk.
Yeah, this model is named as Medicard or e-health and telemedicine. This is a way or a program so that each and every doctor can access anybody's like the citizens of India's medical history.
In this project, we have made a blind stick for blind person. The stick consists of 4 different sensors which makes it different from the simple blind stick. These sensors help the blind person in obstacle detection and path clearing assistance. Nowadays, due to intense traffic, many accidents occur. The interruption sensor senses any obstacle that comes in the path of the blind person. The temperature sensor is a sensor that acts as a fire alarm. It informs the blind person if the temperature nearby fluctuates or if there are fires nearby.
The E3 cart. E3 stands for ecological, economic and efficient. This is efficient as we have used solar panels and dynamo in this cart and also we have used a hydraulic system which will increase the efficiency of this cart. Plus we have added some lights to the system. We have made it compact and foldable so it can be used in the cities. Also it creates no pollution which is very much required in the cities.
See, as we can see, the Indian geographical conditions varies from place to place. There are three types of places: plains, plateaus and hilly areas. Plains and plateaus, trains can run easily. But when it comes over the hilly areas, then our trains can't work properly. So here we have introduced the concept which can climb of a train which can climb up an inclined plane easily, which will save the cost of installation.
This is a rocket engine which works on a liquid fuel. The diagram you see there, this is the actual engine present inside this rocket. There is a heating element. When the fuel comes in contact with this element, it vaporizes, and when it travels to the copper tube nozzle on the tip of the rocket engine, its velocity is increased, and when it is ejected, it is having a very high velocity, and when it is ignited there, it produces a large amount of thrust which is required for the rocket propulsion.
Our project is based on the utilization of polythene. We have prepared a plant in which we are burning the polythene, which produces gases like sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide, hydrocarbon gases. Then these gases are passed through water where it forms acid, which can be separated out through various methods like fraction distillation and screen distillation. The gases which are not soluble in water is passed through the third chamber. Here we are lighting up the gases which produces flame, which we use to boil the boiler and produce electricity.
Project is about biofuel, and actually biofuel may replace petrol and diesel completely in the future days to come. These biofuels mainly two components, biodiesel and bioethanol. We know the processes, but mainly we are
focusing on the production of biofuel from the algae and the jatropha, and bioethanol from the waste materials we have made.
My project is all about best electricity generation program. As you know that energy neither be created nor be destroyed. So why this word energy crisis exists in our dictionary? Being a student of science, we have to remove this from our dictionary. That is, we have set up this model which name best electricity generation program. We are converting different form of energy into an electrical form. First of all, we are converting sound energy into electrical from there. Okay, and after then we are replacing a concrete road breaker with a road roller, so that whenever you crosses your car through a road breaker, it produces electricity.
Okay, this is basically the building modern green home. We have used many technologies, like we have eliminated the tower mounted wind turbine to the helium balloon wind turbine, and then we have hydroponics for growing plants. Then for security we have burglar alarm system. For showing the water level, we have the water level alarm system. For smoke alarm system and fire alarm system. And that's all about we are producing the energy in the house itself and utilizing that energy only. Thank you.
Our project is GSM based cell phone remote switching circuit and water level controller in rainwater harvesting.
Set up a biomass power plant in which you can see outside shrines like Tirupati and Shirdi, tons and tons of coconut shells go just like that without any notice. So basically we're using garbage to create electricity. How? We're gasifying this entire biomass and producing high energy gas, which is producer gas, and then combusting it. And while which makes energy up to 20 megawatts that can even run up small scale industries.
See, our model, we are perform micro scaling at our school. We perform chemical analysis. So instead of throwing them away, we are actually not just reducing the chemical waste that we're producing in our school, but actually reusing it. See how we have grown plants in that hydroponically, as well as made a soil, because hydroponics can only be used in labs and not in practical life. So this soil, this is the urban soil, which is made of effluents, road silt, which is a complete menace these days in the streets, construction sites. So you can see these three plants here, and these three plants have been grown entirely in urban soil.
Our project is about net zero energy, which basically aims at reducing your electricity bills to zero. So we involve several energy generation systems as well as energy reduction devices.
Okay, so we live in a world today where electricity is one of the most widely used form of energy, and we are widely dependent on natural resources for procuring electricity. So we have come up with a technology which we call the Motorgen technology, which helps us produce energy free of cost.
It is said that by the year 2050, India will be the most populated country over the world, with a population of 1.5 billion, leaving China at 1.2 billion. So we'll require more land because to shelter our ever-growing population. So why not use the land which is available to us up to its full potential? So what we basically do, we stabilize sand dunes using biological process to increase the productivity, improving the soil status, and to overall, we want to benefit economically to the people of Rajasthan.
Going to produce biodiesel out of algae, which is just an aquatic weed. We are not using any type of oil seeds, we are just using algae. And most of the scientists in the world consider that this algal biodiesel is the worst kind of biodiesel. That's why we want to prove it as the best, because
Algal biodiesel produce 73% of greenhouse gases, which can destroy our environment. But we in this unique innovation try to reduce this 73% to zero. That is our main innovation.
For the present condition of India, especially in terms of energy and agriculture, you can clearly observe that our model has been divided into two sectors. This part is dedicated to the rural sector and this part is focusing on the present generation, that is the urban sector. In urban sector, we have got a skyscraper, we have designed a skyscraper that is working on the principle of wind energy and solar energy.
Use various natural resources which are present in our environment and get wasted every year. In this way, plant hydroponics method, poultry farming, dairy farming, hydroelectric power plant without river, biogas power plant, and piezoelectric effect. The function of hydroponics method, poultry farming and dairy farming is explained to you by my friend.
My model is based on natural resources and their conservation. As we know, on our earth, our natural resources are in very limited amount, and day by day the requirement of our natural resources is increasing rapidly. So through this my model, I want to show you how can we conserve our natural resources. So this is our geothermal power plant.
Basically, our model is about earthquake resistant buildings, and we need to prevent the loss of lives and homes and loss of injuries also. So we have included three major things in a house: shear walls, base isolators and dampers, which usually make houses resistant to earthquakes.
Yes, of course. Actually, DAV Narela has given using the water sensors to detect the water flood, water level. After that, we are generating the electricity also from the flood water. We are having the conservation of water, because to avoid water scarcity, it is important to save water. We are using the snowy water there. After that, we are using our folding bridges. You can see they can be very easily folded and can be placed in any region of the hilly area, and people can reach the safe positions.
Generally, we are using styrofoam, which is non-biodegradable. So we want to replace it by two ways: by preparing edible plates and by preparing biodegradable packaging material. We have used edible plates with the help of sorghum flour, wheat flour, and with the help of some flavoring agents like sugar, etc., etc. Then we have done the molding work and prepared dough from it. Then we have baked it in microwave.
In long journeys, what happens is that if our mobile gets discharged, then businessmen especially, they can't call, and they might get problems. So in in long journeys, especially in trains, they can charge their mobile using this tool. So here's a servo cooling fan, and it's an imitation of a train window. So when the fan rotates, it will generate electric current, which will pass through the wires over here, positive, negative, to the rectifier over here.
Actually, our model is on conservation of wildlife. We often see that animals get conflicted with humans and they cause harm. They come out of the forest because of the unavailability of water in their forest.
This is green energy device. Now you can see here many vehicles are running here and there. So we are observing that many energy is lost. So to consume that energy, I have made this project. Now this is a part of road I have taken. When a vehicle will come over here and pushes these salute shapes, it will generate electricity. Now you can see here when I am pushing this, light is glowing. This is staircase. I use same principle and mechanism here. You can also see there light is glowing. Now we can also use this type of this is green energy.
There is a depleting energy resources. So what we are doing is we are putting a substitute for the natural renewable sources. We are using algae, which is generating oxygen, and then we are using that oxygen for charging our lithium oxygen battery. The innovation is that we are using oxygen based battery, which has never been produced, and we are making it used in a city as well.
The model is based on eradicating the water scarcity, electricity scarcity and food scarcity. We have combined various technologies. The first is the CETO technology. This technology is used to pump the water out of the sea, as we are using seawater all around our model. This seawater is used to run the turbines to produce electricity. Some of the seawater is used in our greenhouse. The basic principle of the greenhouse is evaporation and condensation. There are two evaporative pads. As soon as the air strikes this pad, it becomes cool and humid. The cool and humid air enters the greenhouse. This reduces the water requirement of the plants that we grow inside the greenhouse.
Yes. In this model, we have tried to save our natural resources by using the different things available, like solar panels, wind energy. That one is a biomass plant. These are solar lanterns based upon solar cells.
Our exhibit's name is Vehicular Air Pollution Control Device.
Okay. When the vehicles stop at the traffic signals, the smoke coming out of the vehicular exhaust gets mixed with the atmosphere, and then it gets difficult to trap the mixed atmosphere and then purified. As we know, prevention is better than cure. The smoke coming out of the vehicular exhaust is instantaneously pulled inside the device with the help of an exhaust fan.
Yeah, in our project we have tried to find an alternative for petroleum based plastics, and for that we have used banana peels. He'll be explaining you the process.
See, what we do is we take banana peels, we cut them and put them in a preservative, then we boil them, we dry them, and after that we make a paste, we add all these chemicals, and then we keep it for baking in this oven. And what we get are all this, these all are our experiments with different combinations. We have used different binders here, and moreover this is biodegradable, so when you dump it outside in the soil, it doesn't harm it and it acts as a manure.
The project mainly consists of a model, and this introduces a new technique for growing halophytes on the sea coast, and this has been integrated with shrimp cultivation, and we have conducted a few experiments which tell us about the benefits of growing halophytes. As we know, halophytes are salt tolerant crops.
We've basically shown the concept of a smart school, showing S for sound energy, M for movement, A for antibacterial, R for renewable, and T for trash technology, producing electricity from every movement you make, which is necessary for life.
Firstly, let me congratulate all of you and your marvelous principal for this amazing effort. So the very fact that you've done and you've taken this initiative on, along with Dr. Khetrapal, to have this science exhibition itself talks about the kind of scientific temper.
Actually, our model is all about water conservation, and here we can see images such as ruined crops, these barren lands, and people struggling for every single drop of water. But our planet Earth is called blue planet, so it seems ironical, I feel, because at one side we say that such a lot of water is present on the Earth, and on the other side we are seeing that there's such a water scarcity. But you really think that the problem is with the availability of water? No, the problem is not with the availability, but with the misuse, that is the improper utilization and the wastage of water as shown.
It's all about how to manage leaf litter, because it's a very big problem nowadays. So you might have seen that there's very less vegetation around eucalyptus plant, because they release some chemicals in the soil which are called phenols. So basically in our project we've tried to extract these phenols, and we have extracted them in a form of oil, and we've put them into two fields where we see that the growth of weeds is very less in one field with comparison with the chemical fertilizers. So we're trying to tell people that we should use these kinds of plants, and we should manage leaf litter in a good way, like vermicomposting and mulching instead of burning it, and we should exchange chemical fertilizers and natural weedicides because they harm human health.
Although this is a small, simple and low cost project, but the application of this project can definitely solve the acute crisis of water and energy faced by the people at present to a great extent.
Then we'll know that what are the advantages of this. First, saving of money, saving of energy, saving of natural resources, saving of manpower, and saving of and not disturbing the ecosystem, which is the main thing.
Our project is basically all about cars. So the whole idea of this started from 2009. So in Formula 1 cars, the scientists need to find a way out so that they will be able to conserve the energy out of the cars without extracting the energy from the fossil fuels that they are using it. So they come to the idea of cars. So basically what it is a system which consists of a dynamo which is connected to a brakes, and the brakes is further connected, as I say, under braking it will be able to rotate the dynamos and electricity is produced.
My model was all about designing and describing an eco-friendly and net zero energy consumption building. So first of all, you can see that this building is of a new structure and architecture. So this has some salient features, mainly of that it has a fully submersible turbine rather than our traditional one, which is a semi-submerged. It uses radiant cooling technology instead of our traditional air conditioning system. It has a hydrogen fuel cell. Also, I have added to this is this organic LEDs, which are made up of organic polymers.
The topic of our model is to give plans for proper management of all our natural resources, and also at the same time we are monitoring the changes caused in wildlife because of human encroachment. We have given the concept of solar village, gene bank, hospital, city complex, etc. The speciality of our model lies in we are given the concept of gene bank, and all of us know natural resources, air, water, soil, etc. but we have given microbes as a natural resources. We are using them in many of purposes.
Ma'am, what we have prepared over here is a simple setup of a village which is reliable upon biomass and bioelectricity for fulfilling its basic daily purposes.
Well, we have presented innovative designs to harness energy using renewable sources like wind energy, geothermal energy and water.
Like we are familiar that these things are being used like traditional windmills, like for harnessing tidal energy. There are many devices, but we're looking forward to some innovative models. Like these all, they are under experimentation and they're really effective. As you can see this one, like it is having a helical design. So no matter from where the wind will strike it, it will definitely move. So the main advantage is that it is omnidirectional. Similarly, this one spiral. Anything in nature that is spiral, it is
it's more powerful. For example, hurricanes, tornadoes, cyclones, etc.
This is an eco-friendly hybrid board. It works on two main principles. These are two solar panels. Solar panels, as we know, works under sunlight.
This one's gonna work.
This is an artificial sunlight lamp. So it is working under sunlight. And
now
as
this
we know,
one's working on
we have
salt
added
panel.
Third thing, this is a salt panel. Salt panel has three main layers: magnesium, aluminium, and a clean absorbent cloth.
When we pour salt water on the cloth, the ions of the
salt water dissociate.
Into
the Na positive go to the negative terminal and Cl negative to the positive terminal. As we know that opposite charges attract each other, therefore it produces electricity.
There are many of the lakes in our country, and lakes are very essential as they are very helpful for our drinking water and many of the things. So, and nowadays people are making them polluted. So we have made this project to make that water clean. Mainly the floating garbage distracts the people. So firstly, this is a material sunboard. This board has a property that it dips 3/4 of the part is dipped in water and 1/4 is upside the water.
This is a green caliper made by Green Idiots. This device is basically used to reduce the air pollution done by the vehicles. This green caliper is of an auto rickshaw. What will happen? These clamps will be adjusted on the mouth of the silencer, right? We have kept an average distance from the silencer to the trap box. Now what will happen? The exhaust will fall in the trap box. This trap box contains an adsorbent, which is a mixture of rough cloth and mobile oil, which is easily available. Now, as we all know that the viscosity of the mobile oil is greater, so it will trap SPM and soot particles.
This is my model in which we are producing electricity out of waste. Ma'am, any kind of waste, either organic or inorganic, can be burnt. The heat to produce is used in three ways: twice to heat water and once to heat potassium chlorate, a chemical that gives out oxygen on heating.
So this is our model of automatic street lighting system. So our basic idea is to switch on the lights when it's too dark and when there's motion on the road. I'll let Saitija tell you about the current lighting system in India. So yeah.
This is my project, that is Traveler's Wind mobile charger. It's actually used on long journeys, like when we are going on long journeys and we don't have any facilities to charge. You can use this charger to charge our mobiles. And here in this circuit we have voltage regulator and filter capacitor. Voltage regulator regulates the output of the voltage, and this filter capacitor filters all the fluctuations in the path. And then to make it more portable, we created one of these. Plus we have this one with the solar.
So our project basically is focusing on solutions to oil spills. Now there are lots of problems associated with it, and we are here to concentrate on solutions. We have a very simple solution which we like to call voodoo sand or magic sand. The only difference between this sand and normal sand is that this is hydrophobic in nature.
Well, this is a project on electricity production from speed breaker. Well, as we know, cars are plying on the road 24/7. So, and in front of a speed breaker, they have to apply brakes. So, a much amount of heat is generated, and it gets dissipated on the road, and it gets wasted. We are making a model to just use the energy so as to overcome that heat that is being wasted.
We have made a sustainable city in which firstly we have focused on energy efficiency. Like in the house, we have used energy efficient appliances, skylight area so that we can save energy in the daytime, ventilators so that maximum sunlight can enter in the house. We can have used motion sensors in the rarely used areas like balcony and porch. In the house, we have used salt water under the fan for cooling effect, and we can also use thermostats in coolers as they are used in ACs for saving electricity.
It's a green building and it's all about the conserving the natural resources, and it's a eco-friendly building, and it does not create pollution, and it saves the biodiversity also.
This model is about polymer, that how polymers are produced, how they are used and how they are disposed. Here main level is disposal level, so that our natural resources may not harm. So here we have a solution. We can construct the roads with the help of waste polymer. It will prevent the natural resource, that is charcoal. So this is all about our model.
So as we know that India is the largest tea producing country, so apart from major tea planters, there exist also small tea planters with small tea plantations. So these small tea planters, they face a lot of problems regarding their shipping of raw tea materials to large industries, and there is a big monopoly going on in the tea market.
We are going to conserve and preserve Loktak Lake. This is a case study with the help of remote sensing and GIS. Remote sensing is a satellite.
We are from Saint Kabir Academy, Dhamtal Mandi Khurd, Ludhiana, Punjab. Here we show the models. The topic is the methods to control the land pollution. How we can control the land pollution? The most affected that cause the land pollution is the garbage.
So basically in this project we wanted to put forward a new kind of a theme in order to put forward a new ideology. So we came up with this idea of a piezo technology as well as the PIR sensors.
Piezo is basically an electric charge that accumulates in certain solid materials. Over here, piezo has been used in the entry and the exit of the school so as to generate electricity. According to a survey done, if 200 vehicles pass through the same area 200 times, then enough electricity can be generated to run lights and fans in 4 classrooms.
इससे और ये हमसे है गौरव अभिमान। इससे और ये हमसे है गौरव अभिमान। इससे पहचान हमारी है, ये है अपना सलमान। इससे पहचान हमारी है, ये है अपना सलमान। हम थे, हम हैं और हम रहेंगे। हम थे, हम हैं और हम रहेंगे।
Shipra Verma, Coordinator, National Level CBSE Science Exhibition, to address the gathering.
First of all, most important, I'll be failing in my duty if I don't acknowledge and thank Salwan School for the beautiful show. I think they deserve a good round of applause. With this, I thank once again the host school for everything they have done during these last 3 days. Thank you so much.
इस ब्रह्मांड में जब प्रभु ने जीवन की उत्पत्ति की तो वन्य जीवों तथा प्रकृति की रक्षा हेतु परम पिता ने मानव को चुना। हमारी आने वाली नस्लों का भविष्य एक दुस्वप्न में बदले, इससे पहले ही हमें प्रभु द्वारा दी गई प्रकृति रूपी धरोहर को सहेजने और संवारने का प्रयास करना चाहिए।
The most awaited results of the National Level CBSE Science Exhibition are here. I request Honorable Chief Guest Dr. S. Nadesh, Dr. Shipra Verma, Coordinator, National Science Exhibition, Director, Salwan Education Trust, Major Retired S.K. Kohli.
Is for the students. It will be equally divided amongst the 2 students. Please, can you have the applause team now? Ambika Public School, Allahabad, AIRT 24 is the exhibit.
Just look here, smile. Yes. Yes, sir, look here. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
The title of the exhibit was Water from Thin Air.
Yeah, beta. Yes, ma'am, look here.
The next
Thank
title
you.
is From Desert to Forested Heaven.
Yes, beta. Sir, kindly close, please. Yes.
The next one is
Yeah. Thank you. Just show me your certificates, beta. Yes. Look here. Smile. Thank you. Yes, beta. Look here. Smile. Yes. Yes.
The next theme is Transport
Thank
and
you.
Communication, and I'm proud to announce
Yes, beta. Look
the
here.
prestigious award is Delhi Public School Basant Kunj with hybrid car. School Balpalli, Balgarh, Odisha. So we have stage.
Yes, beta. Smile. Thank you.
I'll move on to the next theme, Information and Education Technology.
Yes.
Request you to please come up on the stage. You're also getting an opportunity to participate in the National Science Quiz. Tagore International School, Basant Bihar. And you've got an opportunity to participate.
Look here. Smile. Just show me your certificate. Yes.
The title is Extinguishing Fire Using Sound. Can we request Karnataka? And the title of the exhibit was Electricity and Civic. And the three exhibits which have been selected. The first one is
Just look
the
here.
next school to win an award is La Montessori School, Kullu, Indra, Ghaziabad. With the project, Functional and Complex Patterns of Communication.
Just look here. Sir, kindly close.
Let me first begin by congratulating all of you, both winners and those who did not win a prize in this exhibition, please, because more than anything else, as Shipra said earlier, winning a prize is not everything, but participation is. Firstly, such kind of exhibitions or excursions or field trips or things like this. So what is the constraint? It is our own ability, our willingness to work and our willingness to be the best in the world. And if I look at the past 3, 4, 5 years of record of this country, I am extremely hopeful that we will get there. And together, all of you and events like this are catalysts to spur. All the best, and I hope to see some of you as shining stars in the Indian science firmament. Thank you and congratulations to all of you.
I appreciate all the children and give what somebody asked me, what they are getting. They are beautiful.
देखिए, जब हम एजुकेशन या शिक्षा की बात करते हैं तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है हमारे लिए समझना कि सिर्फ जो क्लासरूम में होता है वो काफ़ी नहीं है। तो क्लासरूम के बाहर बच्चे को एक ऐसा एक्सपोजर मिले कि वो ये समझ सके कि कैसे लोगों से बात करनी है, अपने विचारों को व्यक्त करना है, कैसे चीज़ों को एक्सप्लेन करना है, और उसके साथ साथ जब वो दूसरों के साथ एक दूसरे के प्रोजेक्ट्स देखते हैं, एग्जिबिट्स देखते हैं, तो उससे वो बहुत कुछ सीखते हैं।